We at the Crompton family extend our greetings on the purchase of your Crompton SilentPro Blossom Fan. In this video tutorial, we shall provide you a step-by-step instruction on the installation of the SilentPro Blossom Fan for your home ceiling. A demonstration of the functions through the remote is also covered in this tutorial. Slit the tape and open the box. In the box, you will find the following components: 3 blades, 1 bottom canopy, a remote with 2 AAA batteries, 1 safety cable, 1 shackle kit, 1 telescopic down rod, 1 LED kit, 1 lampshade, 1 motor with a motor assembly support, 1 top canopy with the cover plate attached, 1 lock nut, 1 safety nut, 1 middle canopy, 1 2-split canopy for false ceiling, and lastly 1 instruction manual. So now that we have unboxed the fan and validated the various components, let's proceed to the installation. Take the motor assembly support and place it on the table. Place the motor on the motor assembly support. Check motor wire connections. If any wire is loose or disconnected, make the connections as per the wire diagram on page 21 in the instruction manual. Take a blade from the carton. Remove the screws from motor. Align the blade with the screw hole position. Tighten screws to assemble the blade. Rotate the motor controller clockwise to assemble the second blade. Repeat the above step to assemble the third blade. Take the bottom canopy and slide it onto the motor controller to assemble it. Check the hook condition on the ceiling and refer to the correct next steps as stated in the video. Exposed hook. If the ceiling has an exposed hook, match hole 2 of small rod and hole 1 of the bigger rod and assemble. Concealed hook. If the hook is concealed as in this case, then match hole 3 of the small rod with hole 1 of the bigger rod and assemble. False ceiling. If you have a false ceiling, then simply use the pre-installed standard down rod. In our case, we have the regular exposed hook. Follow the following process for exposed and concealed hooks. Take the shackle kit and insert the rubber bush in the U-hook. Place the shackle clips on both the sides. Tighten the bolt and the nut with the spanner. Insert the split pin and bend the ends to secure. For the exposed hook and the concealed hook, take the down rod assembly and push it inside the shackle clips. Tighten the bolt and the nut with the spanner. Insert the split pin and bend the ends to secure. Take the safety cable and insert it in the ceiling U-hook. Pass the smaller lug through the bigger lug like so. Take the assembly cover plate and the top canopy. Pass the phase and neutral wire and the safety cable through the holes in the top canopy as being demonstrated here. Push the top canopy to the ceiling till the cover plate touches the ceiling. Tighten the screw provided in the top canopy. Push the middle canopy upward. Then lock the middle canopy with the top canopy. Remove the safety screw from the shaft. Make sure that the shaft cap is there on the motor shaft. Take fan assembly and insert motor shaft into the down rod. Align the holes and then insert the bolt provided with the shackle kit. Tighten it fully using spanner and insert the split pin. Insert the safety screw through the safety cable lug and tighten the screw fully on the down rod. Connect the other ends of supply wires to terminal blocks of the fan as shown here. Ensure the screws are tightened properly and the wires are not loose. Pull down the middle canopy. Rest it on bottom canopy. Remove the lock nut from the shaft by rotating it in the anti-clockwise direction. Take the lampshade and pass the light connection wires through the central hole of the lampshade. Push the lampshade in position as shown here. Rotate the lampshade in clockwise direction to fix it onto the shaft. Tighten the lampshade to the shaft fully. Pass the LED wires through the lock nut. Tighten securely the lock nut on the shaft by rotating it in the clockwise direction. Take the LED kit. Fit the white male connector of the wire into the white female connector on LED kit. Fit the black male connector of the wire into the black female connector. Push the LED kit against the lampshade and lock it by rotating it in the anti-clockwise direction. A click sound will confirm proper locking, and the fan is now ready to use. False sealing assembly instructions. For the false sealing, like here in the diagram, while most of the installation process is the same, you may have to make some additional adjustments. Measure the distance between the false sealing and bottom canopy. If the gap between false sealing and bottom canopy is more than 140 mm, then use the middle canopy with the top canopy and cover plate. If the gap is less than 140 mm, then use the split canopy. Before using the split canopy, first remove the screw caps from both the sides. Then remove the screws from both the sides. Measure the gap between the false ceiling and the bottom canopy. Minimum gap between the false ceiling and bottom canopy must be 85 mm to install the split canopy. If the gap is between 85 mm to 105 mm, cut both the split canopies at the bottom internal rib as being shown here. If the gap is between 110 mm to 125 mm, cut both the split canopies at the top internal rib as being demonstrated over here. Assemble the canopies together till you hear the click sound. Ensure that both the split canopies have snapped properly. Screw both the split canopies together with the screws provided by rotating in clockwise direction and then tighten the screws firmly. And finally, assemble the screw caps on the split canopy. Remote pairing procedure. Your fan is already paired with the remote at the factory itself. But just in case if there occurs any pairing issues, do the following steps. After powering on the fan from the main supply, press the button off on the fan remote followed by pressing the button one after the other within 10 seconds of powering on the fan. The fan will acknowledge by giving 2 beep sounds. One fan can be paired with a maximum of 2 remotes. Both the remotes can be used with the fan. In case a third remote is paired, first in remote will go out and the last in remote will be set in. On your remote, the first row of buttons are to switch the fan on and off, toggle sleep mode as well as breeze mode. The fan speed selection buttons are rated from speeds 1 to 5 on the right hand side. The fan timer as well as the under light on off switch along with brightness adjustment buttons are located on the left hand side of the remote. On the display unit, the under light mode indicates selected warm, cool and natural light temperature. Speed selection and timer is indicated with the numerical values on the top and right hand side, and breeze and sleep modes are indicated on the bottom of the display. And finally, ensure that the wall-mounted regulator is bypassed from the fan circuit or kept always in highest speed position to avoid any misbehavior of the fan in operation. Thanks and congratulations to you once again.